Hey there, Peter. I am live. I thought I would do this is just too cute not to see while we're waiting for people to come in. So while we are waiting, this little girl has definitely attitude, right? She is going to be a handful when she grows up. I thought that was just too cute not to share, and I figured we could put some sass in our presentation today, Peter. Hey, LI, New York, Long Island, New York. Hey, Swedish Lena. Hi, me and Taz. Hi, Kirby's mom. Yeah, she was definitely a cutie. And I know we don't ever always want to put kids in here, but you know what? I'm sure that little girl has enough sass to handle herself, believe me. Oh, too funny. Oh, well, it is almost 3:05. Oh, goodness, I've got the yawns already. Hey, me and Taz. Yeah, we got the dog snoring in the background, so we've got company. Yeah, little mini queen. Hey, Haggis. Hola, hola. Hola, ¿qué tal? Mi amiga. I know I don't say it right, but that's okay. I won't pretend. So, Peter, how do you want to do this? I am going to start, and when I go to the page, I'm not going to be able to see chat. So I'll bounce back and forth. But when I'm looking at the page there, Ooh, 7 a.m. Sunday morning here. Oh, you're up awfully early, Swedish. Didn't you get any sleep last night? So I'll work through the page and then I'll pop back into questions here. So if you have questions, they're everybody sunshines. Please, please just let us know or just stop. And either Peter can help or we'll just work back and forth. So I'm going to head over to the page itself here and getting the 90027, which is the zip code for the blue building, stats up. How to use the My LA 311 system. What is the My LA 311? Los Angeles has a 311 service similar to the old 411 service, accessible by local phone, website, or phone app. The purpose of the 311 is to request city services for a non-emergency. It simplifies the contact process between the civilian and the city. These services will be scheduled and time appropriated for them to be accomplished by non-sworn officer specialists from the city. 90027 is the zip code for the area that contains the PAC base, which is the blue building. If we begin reporting the valid code enforcement violation through 311, we can bring attention to the city problems that need to be resolved. We are communicating with the City of Los Angeles in terms that they will understand. And this does directly translate to the other cities that have 311s available. I'm going to pop in. Oh, Haggis is my first member. Thank you, Haggis. I don't know Swedish. That's a good question. I've had memberships. I guess I just didn't have them turned on till Long Island, New York said something the other day. So I don't know. I'll have to look into that. So if there are no questions on this page, I'm going to go to the next page. Does this process work for you guys? So here is LAPD taking direction from parking enforcement, which is non-sworn officers. This was filmed by Kelly, the Intuitive Inquirer, over at the PAC base at the IAS event. And basically parking enforcement is taking the direction from there. And we've seen it the other way around too, where the LAPD comes in and acts like parking enforcement, which is a no-no really. The goal for this presentation is to create awareness and get the 90027 stats up. In 2023, the cities and zip codes where residents complain the most about neighborhood issues. This comes from the moverdb.com, and I'll put a link in there. The most complaints were from 90033. There was 5496 complaints, and the 90027 zip code was number 8, and it had 4100 complaints. I don't know if you can see all of the stuff on the right there. You might have to zoom in a little bit. I am going to pop back to make sure we don't have any questions. The yellow on the most pages is a link to the source article or website. And we will put a link to this yes, Whiskey Moon, and I'm already able to access the mind map. So when yeah, Peter, this is a great job. We're not done yet. He's got lots of pages on here. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna work on it. Okay, so the 311 is the connection to the city services and information. You can dial 31, or there's the number. You can visit the 311 website, or you can download it on your app. And again, this translates to other cities also. You'll just need to look up it. The 311 is still going to be 311 in your area, but the website and the app, I'm sure, would be different. So the 311 does have a call center set up. The call center is part of the Los Angeles My LA 311 services and provides various options to connect, like we just said. It is a non-emergency city services and general city information. We can be reached easily when inside the Los Angeles city limits by calling 311. Some of the most popular city services can be requested directly through the 311 web portal or by submitting service requests using 311 mobile app, which is available free from the mobile phone app stores, I'm sure, for Android and iPhone. Services include requesting bulky item collection, arranging building construction permit inspection, graffiti removal, reporting street lights out, potholes or dumping, and many other non-emergency city services. The call center website are also great places to start for questions about city or government services in general. The website mobile app allow self-service to search over 1,000 articles covering various city and government services. The 311 call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 to 7, and weekends and holidays from 8 to 4:45, except Thanksgiving and Christmas. The center can be reached by calling, here's the number, or if inside the city limits, 311. You can access 311 for the city, for LA City, from anywhere else in the world. So you can make these complaints outside the city limits. Just my input there. For My LA 311 brochures, you can request some to provide feedback, comments, or compliments, complaints, or opinions regarding City of Los Angeles services. Go to the create service request, and we're going to show you how to do that, then select feedback. Let me pop in, make sure we don't have any questions. Oh, thanks you guys, thank you. I have green people in there. I have green people, wow. Okay, back to the task at hand. Okay, so here is the 311 call center continued. This is a good overview of what we just talked about. Telephone numbers, dates of service, the website, how you get in there. How to use My LA 311 website. You click on this, which is a link. I've got it popped up over in another tab, but for right now, I'm not going to click on that because I don't want to go into it. And you come down and you can use a quick ticket. Here's for bulky items, graffiti removal, illegal dumping, containers, service not complete, metal, household appliances, street light issues, potholes, homeless encampment, electronic waste. And you click here to view all service requests. And here you go into the service type. And animal related services, parks, private property, problems and repairs, public right-of-way investigation, we'll probably use that one a lot, refuge and pickups. There's too many for this one, so let's go to the next one. Sanitation billing, street problem repair, transportation, trees, vegetation, and other, and then the feedback. So you can see there's all sorts of different ways that you can request the services or request what's been requested. You can look at the information. Stop me if you want, Peter, anytime. So looking at the demonstration of a public right-of-way investigation service type, we're going to click on the public right-of-way investigation, and that includes the streets, sidewalks, parkways, and alleys. Violations may include the following: illegal auto repair, construction, discharge of water, excuse me, discharge of water, blue building, excavation, sign removal, leaf blower violation, news rack violations, non-compliant vending, construction building materials, dumpster construction bins, lane closures, trash cans, newsstands, tables, and chairs, report water waste. So those are all, and we're going to go over here. These are all listed out, and you're going to tap on the report water waste. And then here would be examples of you want to do a street problem repair or a sidewalk repair. Street problem repair is barricade removal, business pad or landing, curb repair, flooding, general street inspection, guard warning rail, the rails on the side of the road, gutter repair, land mudslide, pothole, sidewalk repair, and street sweeping. So those are all areas that we find that there are problems. Let me come back, pop over here. So I wish someone would record every car parked along Fountain and Catalina to see if they move, or the same cars daily if they have any indications of being F-signed to vehicles. I agree with that. Some of them, in fact, I think almost all of them have tags, disability tags or disability plates, and they don't have to move, I don't think, under law. I think they get granted time. And so Peter's saying, Kirby's mom, you want to pick the best option available so that it goes to the correct department. Correct. So we're going to go into a little bit here because this is the only thing that it's actually, this is for the sidewalk repair. And this is from a 2016 class action lawsuit against the sidewalks that was brought up by people with disabilities. And so they had a settlement that they had to put 1.4 billion, not million, billion dollars into the repair of the sidewalks, remediation, all of that. Now they do have 30 years to make those repairs. So they had to make a program and they had to show how they're going to spend $1.4 billion in 5-year increments to make it. One of the remediation programs is a rebate program to have a public-private coordination in a public-private effort. So if you fix your sidewalk out in front of your house or out in front of your business, you can apply for a rebate. So that way they don't have to do it. And they don't have to put it on their 30-year plan. Or you can go in and say, I just want to report a sidewalk problem. Correct me if I'm wrong, Peter. Yes, exactly, Swedish Lena. Now, hold on, I'll answer that question in just 1 second, Haggis. The only issue with this one is you cannot do this anonymously for the sidewalk repair because of that that court decision. You cannot report it anonymously. You have to have a name and an address, and whether it affects you or if you're reporting for somebody else. Right. And that it kind of became a point of contention because you should be able to say, hey, this sidewalk's cracked and it's going to flip somebody out of their chair, kind of like at the Blue. but you really can't. You have to show that the intent may hurt somebody, and it's somebody that you know or yourself. So it's kind of stupid, but that's what the lawsuit did. The class action suit did. So you win some, you lose some. So if you say you are only interested in reporting the problem, enter the nearest street number and name. And believe me, this does happen. If you put too much information in there, it just confuses the hell out of the system. So he has a like 1330 Catalina. This option allows you to do a drop and a pin, or drop a pin, and it is more precise. That's, I think, if you know the map to begin with. And then you say you can report anonymously, but providing contact information allows for follow-up on a code violation. But you still have to have this information in here. It won't let you go through. This is an example of how the website will accept the street number and the name and give you options to choose from. I see, because there's a North and a South Catalina. So it does GPS. It's got a smart GPS to it. Here you can add more information on the location if you need to. And then more for the contact. So here you would put what's wrong with the sidewalk: cracked, raised uneven, or other. Here's the section to add comments. And then there's a section to upload the image of the damaged sidewalk. Now again, sidewalk repair is different than the rest of the MyLA 311. So here, I'm going to come back to the things here. Yes, the contact goes after the location is verified. Hey, Kiara. That's a good question. I don't know why it wouldn't hurt, because if we know Audit LA, as I said, with the sidewalk repair, that's a little bit different than the rest. For ADA compliance, the rise can't be more than 1 inch over 12-inch run. That's your rise and your run. But the cracks are different, Peter. The crack is anything over a 1-inch rise. It doesn't matter what the run is. And it's because as your forward motion goes, believe me, I've been tossed out of my chair a few times, is once you hit that crack, it'll stop your front casters and catapult you out front, or if you're going down, it'll dump you out right there. So the run doesn't matter on that. But for a ramp, yes, that's perfect. Those are perfect requirements. So we're going to go back to this one. The final view of the complaint. It'll tell you what the address was, the details, the problem. Modify the complaint if necessary, and then hit submit. A large chunk is missing from the sidewalk and it is a potential trip point. Now, this is at the bottom of the main menu, the main screen, and it allows you to look up service requests by address or service number. I'm going to go through this and then, or should we just go do the example? What would you prefer? Well, ADA compliance for a building is different than the ADA requirements for for a sidewalk. ADA compliance would be path of travel. If you were looking at the sidewalk area, that's the path of travel for the sidewalk. The building itself does not have to be ADA accessible. In California it does, but not to the same requirements as the federal law. I'm going to confuse the hell out of you, Haggis. But ADA compliance is not mandatory for churches in the federal system. So in Scientology, whether we like it or not, is still considered a religious church. So, okay, let's do one after the presentation. So this is at the bottom. You can look up, you have your address location, which is the 1330 Catalina, and you can look up what services. So you're going to look at the report a violation would be to create, and view the service request would be view. And you would just tap on either of those links. Here is the home screen for reporting a code violation. And the code violation is listed out by the bulky items, containers, graffiti, service not complete, illegal dumping, pickup. And then here are you can search by service request name. Like if somebody has an animal confined, animal complaints, violations, I'm sure, well, dead animal removal, we don't want to go there, but I'm sure barking is in there. Your homeless encampment, illegal sign removal. The news rack violation, I'm sure, would be the same as those A-frame sign racks outside, like the Chicago org that they put up all the time. Obstructions, those where they made the tents, not the tents, at the end of L. Ron Hubbard, where they have the curtains. So in this instance, we are reporting an obstruction of the public right-of-way, and you can fill out the details in any order. The add location feature is if you are inputting an address, it is best if you provide just the street number and just the name of the street, just like in the other complaint, 1330 Catalina. And the drag a pin or drop a pin usually works, again, if you know the area, and you don't have to find it to begin with. So you give the details about the obstruction. Add your contact info, that's the next one. And in this one, you can report anonymously. But you do have a great point. It is best to include contact so that way you have further communication. Then you can add a picture of the obstruction and add comments, then click submit. It truly is that easy. Pop back over here. You can watch and report the issues on the website for your favorite protester. That's a great point. I know several people that are using this quite frequently. YRB is wonderful at this. Yep, this is copied from their website. And I see what she does. She just puts in her name, her contact info. She pops in a description of what the problem is and a picture. And then she gets a copy of it she takes a copy of it for herself, but she also gets contacted quite frequently. So the frequently asked questions, can I submit anonymously? Most types can be entered anonymously by leaving a contact. It leaves you to where you're not going to have further communication. So here are some 311 in other locations: Clearwater, Pinellas County, Chicago, Austin, Portland, Seattle, Kansas City. I'm pretty sure Salt Lake City is in there also. California does have a law on their sidewalk. It includes a park or a parking strip maintained in the area between the property line and the street line, and also includes curbing, bulkheads, the retaining walls, or other works for the protection of any sidewalk or of any such park or parking strip. The owners of the lots or portions of lots fronting on any portion of a public street or place, when that street or place is improved, or if and when the area between the property line and the adjacent property is maintained as a park or parking strip, shall maintain any sidewalk. So it's basically saying that the business is responsible for it. Dog, get out of my face. Get out of my glasses. Go lay down. I'm sorry, you guys. Go lay down. Go, I see you. Get off my bed. Hey, get off. Good girl, go lay down. Sorry, somebody's jealous. So they are equally responsible, but they're responsible for making any repairs to the sidewalk or the easement. When any portion of the sidewalk is out of repair or pending construction and in condition to endanger persons or property, or in condition to interfere with the public convenience in the use of such sidewalk, the superintendent of streets shall notify the owner or person in possession of the property fronting on that portion of the sidewalk so out of repair to repair the sidewalk. So they're saying that they need to tell Church of Scientology to fix it. Yes, Haggis, I saw that picture this morning. So the blocked street by 2 cars this morning with the fire truck clearly driving by should be reported to this site. Yes. But unfortunately, like what you had noted, excuse me, usually by the time you report it, they've either fixed the problem, moved the problem, or made it to where, yeah, right, good luck with that. Yeah, they're all in need of repair. And I've always wanted to visit, but I don't think that I would be able to get down unaided those sidewalks because they're horrible. They keep that L. Ron Hubbard nice and pretty, right? Big difference. Here, this one is kind of hard, but here's the regulator signs. Let me see if should I pop on this? Oh, you're going to make me sick doing that. Okay, so when you get a copy of this, you guys, you can pop on that. There's way too many streets, way too many signs. Sorry, Peter. That's unreal. But that shows where all of the signs are supposed to be posted, and the ones on L. Ron Hubbard are not listed. I know I've okay, really, seriously, girlfriend. Okay, go to the next one. We are not moving. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Stop. 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 You're not dying. Josh, can you get her? I might be at the end. I thought there was more than that. Maybe so. So let's go to the My 311. So I'm just going to pop into here. This is when you go to My 311, My LA City. Can we all see that? Okay, I was at the end, sorry. Well, I was thinking there was way more. So we're going to go to their website, and this shows exactly what Peter had put on there. We're going to go to the 3 different ways to contact them. Here's all the different information, the frequently asked questions, support for residents. See, I'm going as a newbie here. City services. Going to go to the 311 website. And I'm not going to do the sidewalk repair, but let's do parking enforcement. Yeah, yes. Which one should we do? Yeah, that's what we had found and Peter found the red zone, the red curb website, but it didn't have anything updated. Which one should we do, Peter, as the example? Correct. The no parking signs and the weight limit sign on L. Ron Hubbard Way are not in the LA Department of Transportation system. Correct. That's why I think they're totally illegal. I think somebody made them up. And the points don't matter. Okay, view all service requests. Public right-of-way investigation. Let's do that. Should we do illegal discharge of water? So we see if anything comes up on the illegal discharge of water. That's what I'm going to do. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do report water waste. Or can we do both? No, let's just do water waste. Next. What address should I use on this? Because I know I've done the L. Ron Hubbard and it doesn't work. Should we use Fountain Avenue? Let's go to enter the street location or pin drop. Let's do pin drop. 90027. Search. Okay. So, yeah, this is why I don't like the pin drop. Okay, give me an address, Peter. Yep, Fountain Avenue, but I need an address for Fountain Avenue. Will it do like within a range? 1329 L Run. Okay. Okay, so that is verified. I'm just going to leave it blank. If you are reporting a water-related emergency, fire hydrant leak, or street leak, please call. So first time reporting this violation, well, I thought we were going to look at violations that were already. Peter, you're confusing me. It was Fountain. Okay, so try 4853 Fountain. I want to find, I thought this was looking at service requests that are already in the system. Because I don't want to, but here's all the different things: wrong day, wrong time, watering too long, wash down of hardscapes, runoff. That's really what it was the runoff. So I really didn't want to make a complaint. I wanted to see what complaints had already been listed. But that is how you would make the complaint. Is there a way to look at all the different ones that have already been listed for an area, Peter? Okay. Hey, Pinche Becky. Go down on this page at the bottom. Okay. Search all service requests. And what was Let me find the address. 4751 Fountain. No records found, but that's the way we look for it. How is that not a service request? Let's go back to the other address. 1329 L Run. My shoulder gave out on me today, you guys, so sorry for my typing issues. No records found. How is that possible? There's no way there could be no 311 calls. None whatsoever. They've got to be getting them purged from the system. Check my date range. Okay. Oh, silly me. Okay, so let's do 0501. You have to be smarter than the computer, I suppose. Let's go back. It doesn't give you the choice. Let's do an advanced search. Okay, so here's some requests. Street treat inspection, sidewalk repair, illegal sign removal, homeless encampment. When was that made? 6/1. Geez, I wonder who made that one, Church of Scientology. But there's still only 4 of them. That was on service date 6/7, created date 6/1. That's actually pretty hilarious. Okay, be right back. That is funny that the homeless encampment, that was the day that DOA pulled in and everybody took over the street. I guess it's easy enough to look through if you probably just get used to it. 11/8/2024, Tree disease or infested. I bet you they're trying to get rid of the damn bees. Here, let's see what that says. Large tree next to the bicycle rack on Fountain Avenue, corner of Fountain and Catalina. It doesn't say whether it's infested or what. I wish, does it say who did it? Location. My question is does it give a of who said it? Oh, you piece of crap. I hate it when that happens. Advanced search. L. Ron Hubbard and Fountain. Let's do 0503 again. Let's see if many more of them come up from the other instead of Catalina. No records found. And I did it to myself again. Sorry, you guys. I'll go back to it. There's one for 11.5 for side rock repair, closed on 11.6. Yeah, this was just in November though that the tree repair. Let me go back there. I gotta stop using that back button because it just messes me up. To the advanced search. Let's go to Fountain and Catalina again because apparently L. Ron Hubbard never has any repairs that need to be done. Let's go back to 0501. The sidewalk repair 11.1. Let's look at that. That's pending. Yeah, that's from oop, sorry you guys. Back. So yeah, it shows that's the sidewalk repair, and that's where with the ADA you have to put your name and address and phone number in there. I'll take that out of the video later. Oopsie. Illegal sign removal. That was on 6/3. Oh, that was a banner. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because anybody else and their brother can tap on that. It's not, I didn't dox her, it's already in there. Sorry on it. Catalina and Fountain. Yeah, that's where the big crack is from the water. It's over on Catalina and Fountain. Is there, am I not putting it in right for L. Ron Hubbard? Peter, you try it and see if you can make it work for L. Ron Hubbard. The closed, no, because it's not closed. The sidewalks aren't closed. And But I know there's been complaints put in here about L. Ron Hubbard's sidewalks being closed. But when I put in L. Ron Hubbard, nothing comes up. So that's what I'm wondering, if I'm putting it in wrong. If I'm typing L. Ron Hubbard wrong. What about Sunset and L. Ron Blubbard? I didn't mean to, that was definitely a 5/1 to 11/23. See, no records found. Let's just try L. Ron. I think they've got somebody scrubbing. Oh, there we go. Graffiti removal, homeless encampment. See, these are at Bronson, at Coronado. See, it's not El Run. They've got Coronado because that's in there. Right, free occupied Berendo. Right. Hmm. Yeah, it just says pending on this one. And it's probably because of the sidewalk uh, settlement. What they're going to do is they're going to put it on that 30-year list, and it'll get fixed between now and 30 years from frickin' now. Exactly what they're going to do. Peter, can you get L. Ron Hubbard to come up? Yeah, see, look, guys, I can't lift my arm. I got to use my arm to hold up my arm. My shoulder hurts. Because that did not do what I wanted it to do. Let me just put in Hubbard. Nope, no records found. Well, we may have found part of the problem. Yeah, I think we might have solved the dilemma here. Is because nobody's putting the complaints in for L. Ron Hubbard. Is it on yours? Did you see it on mine? Kiara, did you see it on the one that I popped up? The policy explained may be that it's under uh, a Department of Justice. Kara, yeah, you pulled it up. See, I didn't see it. What, the policy or the police? Girlfriend, give her some love. Yeah, so we may have discovered one of the issues, Peter, and YRB needs to look at this too and maybe audit too, is that I know damn well these complaints are going in there because I see them. I'm getting copies of them when they do them. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let me go back. Well, it doesn't even pop up, I don't think, to do a service. Let me just go back. I'll use my back button this time. And we're going to do a view all service request. We're going to do a street problem repair. Barricade removal. Next. And let's do see, I don't want to do the stupid pin drop because I can never get it on there. So L on, I'm going to try spell it different ways. Nope. And maybe that's the issue, is that we're not able to locate the address. No, I don't see it, Kara. See, this is what's frustrating, is because Haggis, when you put it in, what do you put it in as? Yeah, it might think it's a phone number. Yeah, just do 1329 Elron. Oh, okay, I'm going to try that. Doesn't like it. Okay, I'm gonna take you off picture just for a second. So that way I can look up what I know somebody else did. So she used Sunset Boulevard at Catalina, but that's not where the removal, that's not where the barricade is. So and I'm looking, guys, I'm looking. Please be patient with me. So Haggis, yours was not through the 311 system. Okay. I don't understand why. Oh, you know why? Because she uses Berendo Street. No, that's not. That's a different one. That was reported to LADOT. See, this is why people give up, Peter, because it's very, very confusing. See, this one is I know on their things it says, well, maybe it's 4810 Sunset. Let me look that up. Well, that worked. But so I don't think L. Ron Hubbard's in here, Peter. Right, exactly, because there are no requests. Certainly, it's one of those makes you go, Okay, let me go back and look. So Let me just go back. My neck is hurting, you guys. Paste. Service request. Search. Raised, uneven, closed. Could you see what it was? Let me see. Sidewalk repair. North Central District details. The sidewalk and easement on Fountain and Catalina are extremely damaged and dangerous to anyone walking or riding in a handicap assist vehicle. Actually, the sidewalk on New Haven, Fountain Avenue, and Catalina are all now narrow and need repair. Closed. Policy explained. They may have emailed the person that reported it for additional information, because I did get that the other day. Or maybe they said that sidewalks need to be reported through Safe Sidewalk or Sidewalk Safe, whatever the name of it is. The other area, because you can't report it through here. That's probably what it is. It probably was reported anonymously, but it has to be all sidewalk repair has to go through the Safe Sidewalk deal because of that lawsuit. So they probably sent an email back to whomever reported it, if there was an email saying that they needed to report it the other way. I can bet on that one, because you can't report sidewalks through here anymore. So Peter, you can't get it to do L. Ron Hubbard Way either? I wonder, yeah. And we know there's been complaints. We know there's, damn shoulder. We know that they've had the security complaints, the vendor selling stuff complaints. I know damn well there's been complaints, but how does anybody else? Where's YRB when you need her? I'll give her an email back on some of this stuff, because Haggis, I see yours went through. It didn't go through the 311 system. And the last one I see that YRB did went to DOT. This is just way confusing. They must have removed it from the system. I wonder if you could put Berendo on there. But that wouldn't be. So what's the address of Asho? You know where the lion is. Right? But no wonder why they say there's nothing, because they don't list it as that. I know the main building where they do all their stuff is 4810 Sunset. But isn't that the Asho building with the ugly lion in front of it? What's that address, Peter? 1409 L. Ron Hubbard. No records found. Well, it doesn't help that I put the wrong address or the. Let's do the advanced search again. You know what? This calls for a. We need a Batmobile here. Audit, you're on live with my chat. How are you doing?
Hello?
Hello, Audit, can you hear me?
I can now, yes.
Okay. Hey, we are live and we are trying to work with this 311 system. When you put in complaints, do you ever use L. Ron Hubbard Way address?
I do. And hi, Pat. Yes. The 311, if you get the app, I don't know if you can get the app outside of LA, but if you can, it has a lot of pull down menus, which is really great. And then, but if you're disabled, you can put in like your request for, it's like a special unit that they will try to determine whether or not it fits within their, the Willett, that whole Willett lawsuit thing. There's a special category for that, but you have to actually be the disabled person putting that in.
Okay, but
anything else,
if you're on the computer for the 311, when you're trying to do like a service request and you put in L. Ron Hubbard, it doesn't come up with L. Ron Hubbard. You can't, it doesn't show up.
You know what? I do remember coming across that. Try it different ways, like LRH way, or try, was it South Berenda? But I think it is L. Ron Hubbard. It did come up for me. I was able to put it in, but I don't remember how. So I could work it out and try to put something in. Was it 1306? Oh, you know what? It may not be all of their addresses too. Try different addresses. Try like 1306. Try different ones. I think that's how I did it too, because some of them did come up, some didn't.
But even if you put it, like if you just put,
say 1306 comes up, I would say, but it's the surrounding, the next few different ones as well. So it did with when you put an actual number with the street.
Okay.
So put like 1306. Try 1306. L. Ron Hubbard Way, and if that pops up, say, but the problem is for the entire street or whatever it is that you're doing.
Okay, so I'm going to put that address in here. I'm just going to go L. Ron Hubbard. I'm not even going to put Way in there.
Yeah, and then, I did it through the numbers, like putting on the numbers, I believe. But I reported, when they first came all the way down, and it wouldn't let me do L. Ron Hubbard Way itself, but when I put in some addresses, some of the addresses would not pop up. 1306
worked.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I did it.
Okay, well.
But then you can say in the complaint, this affects the entire block, this affects, the surrounding, whatever it is, you can add it saying it's not just this address, even though they say you have to do it for you have to put each individual address, and like some it allows you, some don't, and I did look up all the addresses, so I do have them somewhere. I'd have to dig them out, but you can say, it's not working, it's not populating for the different whatever,
okay.
You can put it all in there.
Everybody says hi back to you. Okay, well, at least we found, because I kept thinking, well, no wonder why they're not getting any complaints on L. Ron Hubbard Way. Nobody gives a shit because there's nothing in there. Is somebody not putting them in there?
I don't know. It's something that we need to find out, because they make it very tricky to put it in there because you have to put the number, and
exactly.
So it's not just a street.
You can't just put L. Ron Hubbard Way and Catalina like you can Catalina and Fountain.
Well, Catalina would be parallel, so you would want to try L. Ron Hubbard Way and
I know.
Sunset,
I was just
or
using that as
L.
an
Ron Hubbard
example.
Way and
You can
Fountain.
put in all service requests for Catalina and Fountain, but you can't put it to look at all service requests for L. Ron Hubbard and Fountain.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You know, that's so I know. I'm telling you, they have. I don't know how they do it, but that's another thing we need to get to the bottom of because it needs to be transparent.
Exactly. Damn commies.
It makes it really hard. For that street was the hardest for me to report.
Obviously. Okay. All right. We're going to let you go. We're going to finish this then. Thank you, dear.
All right, sure. Bye, chat.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Well, we got it from the source. That is why. Because they got it to where you have to have there's only one address that it's popping up and populating it. So here are the ones that pop up for that address. There's 1115, obstructions, illegal dumping pickup, other sign removal, illegal construction. That's pretty wicked that you have to know the secret sauce code. Report water waste, referred out. Any of these you want me to look at? Here's the beehives one. North L. Ron Hubbard Way. It still should be in there somehow as L. Ron Hubbard. So let me go back and just hit N. L. Ron Hubbard and see. This is kind of turning into a funky bunch, isn't it? Back. Intersection. North L. Ron Hubbard and Fountain. Did I sound southern or what? Search. No records found. You piece of crap. This is obviously. Yeah, it does not. It just goes off into La La Land audit. Hey, thanks for. Let me go back in there. Crapola freaking 1306 L. Ron Hubbard. If you just put L. Ron Hubbard, nothing comes up if you don't have that address. Fudge. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that word. And by the way, you're doxed in here, audit, for the sidewalk repair for Fountain. It's got your phone number and everything in there. Illegal sign removal, obstructions, closed, created date 11/15. Did you do them anonymously? Closed, see comments. obstruction of planters on Fountain, L. Ron Hubbard Way, excessive planters. Comments. No comments created. Closed. Closed. See comments. Makes you want to pull your hair out. So what do you think of that there, Audit? Exactly. That's exactly what this one just said too. I did review that. I should forward that one to Audit. Yeah, they are, but if they're closed, and it says see comment, you should be able to see the freaking comment. They're not very user friendly on this. Obstructions. Closed. Closed. See comments. Am I missing where the comments are? Removal of large planters. No comments created. Additional location info. Audit, you need to just go down there and run over their frickin' toes. So that makes me laugh. Your new BFF, Audit. Probably, Phyllis. They probably just closed them. But if it says see comments, ow, that hurt my shoulder. Then what the hell? Audit, can you make an appointment with these idiots? Because you can't just walk in, right? Here, I'm going to send you this. I need to turn this off just for a second. Let me go back. Forward. Send. Go back to the search services. I just sent it to you, Audit. It's just his info. Well, you guys, here's the struggle. The system itself really isn't that bad once you get used to it. It's the 311 system. I'm sure other cities are going to have the same hiccups. But on this one, it seems like it's very hit and miss on L. Ron Hubbard Way information. And very selective, just like their selective enforcement of all the other bullshit. Right, yep. So Peter just sent you all of his data. But, yeah. Well, this was a great presentation, great information. I think it made all of us just a little bit less afraid of just looking at it. Thank you, Peter, for all of your hard work on this. I so appreciate it, and for you sending this. It did open up some points that we need to look into, some things that make you go, what the hell? And some areas we need to figure this out. Exactly, right? Well, you know, they may have put a comment in there saying that this was sent to the city attorney, but how the hell are you supposed to know what the comment is? Are we all Houdini and we can all just figure out what it says somewhere? Do we need to have our secret handshake to get into the different comment sections? This is ridiculous. Do we have any other questions or any other comments before we close this presentation out? So that way we don't go too long, because I'd like to be able to have people give this presentation or forward this presentation if anybody else is curious about the 311 system. I'll give it a second or two so that way chat can catch up with. Don't make me laugh, Kiara. You're right. It's amazing. The only one they're going to leave open is the sidewalk repair, and they have to on that one because of the lawsuit. I want to know what happens. I know under the ADA what the repercussions and the penalties are, but they didn't put them in that lawsuit. I read through that whole lawsuit today. Oh, okay, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope this was informative. If not, makes you go and see how we can figure this out. More questions to be answered. So thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I'm going to end broadcast. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate it.